going on, guys? Let's make it a short video. One of my pet ball pythons. This is a desert female. As you can see, is absolutely stunning. Videos and pictures never even do them justice, but their colors are just popping. They're iridescent. They're gorgeous. The only negative is, not negative for me because I already knew this, but she's just a pet. She's not one of my breeders. You don't want to try to breed a female desert. They can't. They get egg bound. If they do have viable clutches, as a general rule, the female gets egg bound. I have heard of people who have bred them and were successful, but there are a lot of negatives out there as well that say that their desert female was egg bound, or that they just slugged out completely, that they were just infertile. They don't really know why. That's just the way it is. That's why a lot of people got out of desert genes real fast. I mean, because let's face it, I won't say it's sad, but it's just a reality. Most people nowadays that get into ball pythons get into them for the purpose of breeding, you know, of making new morphs, of breeding and coming up with different things. And I'm not saying that's bad. Nothing wrong with that at all. I do that myself. The only thing I think, I don't know how to word this right because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or offend anybody, but let me just say it like this. When I breed for me, and I breed to produce something that I want as a pet. And what I have left over, I sell. If I don't have a plan for that, I don't personally breed. Now, I'm not against doing it for business. Do not misunderstand me. There's nothing wrong with breeding. If people didn't breed for a business, none of us would have pets. So I'm okay with that. But I don't think it should be seen as just money, because these are lives. You know what I'm saying? These are animals. They're alive. So you should care about them at least. You shouldn't just be a money thing. But for some it is. So when they found out you couldn't produce the females, or reproduce, I should say, through the females, people they got out of them completely, which is really sad in one sense, because the desert gene is gorgeous. The males you can actually still use. You can put them and they will actually clean up other animals, tremendously. The only negative is if you have a female desert out of that clutch, she's pretty much, or should be sold, and people should understand it, that they can't breed. Don't try to breed them, because it could kill that snake. It's not worth it. It's just not. It's not considered ethical. It's not considered responsible. But heck, to me, that's the same thing of breeding anything when it comes to, like, let's say even a normal, to some degree anyway. If you breed something that half your clutch could be normal, you kind of getting into the same, or you could get into the same argument, a little bit different, but the same argument. What you going to do with all those normal females or those normal males? Because most people don't want them anymore. If they get them for a pet, they'll end up on Craigslist in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So what do? They sell them super cheap, super fast, like $10, $20, $30 just to get rid of it real fast. They don't care who they sell it to, as long as they get rid of it. Some could say that's unethical. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on your views, obviously. I'm not against either one of them. You got to do what you got to do. When I got her for one reason: a pet. That's it. I understood that you can't breed her, and had no desire. It was strictly for a pet. But like I said, you still can breed a desert male. You still can breed them and clean up an animal tremendously. Gorgeous when you mix them in with combinations. But again, a lot of people got scared of them and stayed away from them because of lack of understanding or lack of knowledge of it. So they just said, hey, I'm getting rid of them altogether, which is kind of silly, because what's going to happen? We're going to lose a beautiful gene that does still, have potential, for pets and even breeding if you're using the males. But of course, now we got the desert ghost. They are not the same. Completely different. Some people get those confused. The desert ghost and the desert are completely different. With a desert ghost, you can breed those, so they're totally fine. So a lot of people have said, shoot, why am I going to get a desert, which you got problems with, when I can get a desert ghost, which is actually, in some ways, they think more brighter. And they are. They have a little bit brighter look to them. They're a little bit different color. Well, maybe a lot in some ways, but I personally ain't going to say better, because I think even normals are beautiful. It's what your eye is attracted to. You see what I'm saying? It's what you like. At least that's the way I see it. But anyway, so I think she's gorgeous. And later on in life, who knows, once desert ghosts get more popular and the prices go down. I always wait for prices to go down. I ain't spending no fortune on no snake. I just ain't doing it. So once the prices go down, then I may buy a desert ghost and put it in a breeding project. But until then, I ain't messing with it. Even though they're gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But anyway, just a little information in case you didn't know. Tremendous difference. But this is my girl. Just a pet. Beautiful. Look at those colors. All right, guys. Have a good night.